I am here with Mark Millhone, the writer-director of Minuteman, which is making its premiere at the Comic-Con International Film Festival. So tell me a little bit about the process of this. This film sounds absolutely amazing. So just tell me how you got, where you got the idea from, how long it took to script it out, when you decided you wanted to direct. Take me through everything.
I'll try to find the...
Don't leave out anything. Let's just, we'll be here all night.
How much time do you have?
I don't know, until our battery runs out, so we'll be good.
Well, what happened with this project was that Lisa Jenkins and I have been working on a number of projects for a number of different years that we really we made a commitment to do not just one film but a number of films, and to do them in Dallas because there's just an incredible depth of talent in that area.
Right.
And so the question really was just which one of these do we want to tackle first, and an opportunity came for us to make this film, and it kind of happened in the reverse order that you usually expect to happen.
Right.
You write a script and then you get the money, and then you get the locations. What happened with this was we had the money, and then we proceeded from there to the locations.
You're like, what can I write that has these locations?
It was a total, take my hat off to Robert Rodriguez exercise, where
Right.
this is what they have, and I wrote it for exactly what we had.
And he's got that, the facility in Austin, so,
yeah,
Texan to
Texan. So we had a ranch, and on the ranch there was military equipment, and so it was either a story about a guy who was leaving a ranch to go to war or coming back from war to come back home.
Right.
And that story really intrigued me, coming home, and so that was kind of where the really kind of interesting part of the story came in, because I think the mistake that the people who don't really understand genre films make about them is they think that what people find compelling about them is that they're a genre.
Right.
And that's not how it works. If you're a genre fan, then you're in the genre, that's just your world.
Right.
Make me believe it.
Right.
Make it compelling for me. Make it really so I believe that it's there. So that's what we did. We leveraged the location that we had, and this ranch, this real rural life. That was something that you don't necessarily see very often in a science fiction film, and we brought that level of reality to it, and we brought the level of just real relationships, like this guy trying to come home, and a story that was really relatable to today, and this brought a real world and a real emotional conflict and relationship that we could really care about into this story, and then I think that really just pulled together all the elements of it, the video game aspects of it, which were a huge part. We had great support from our video game design technique to really create key parts of the stories happen only in the video game.
Right. I heard it took you guys like 6 months to film the video game part that you did before you even started shooting the film itself. Did you oversee the video game aspect of it?
Yeah, it was. You're never really sure exactly how the schedule of it's going to work out. We thought we would shoot the film and then we would design the game around it, but that's not how it ended up working out.
It never is.
Yeah, so I had to direct these sequences that were produced in a video game environment where they had multiple players playing the games actually, to enact all of the action with video game characters that were modeled to look exactly like the actors that we had in the film. I mean, this is stuff that usually you have a huge budget to do, that we pulled together just with the talent that we had. So all of those elements had to be produced before we finished the film.
Oh, man.
And then I found myself on the set like, okay, I've seen the video game material, I know the script, that's the stunt coordinator, that's a cow. And having put all these elements together,
Right.
this is really not something they covered in, film school.
Right. So tell me a little bit about like the shoot. I heard it was a kind of a short, fast and dirty 28-day shoot. So, and that it rained part of the time while you guys were on the ranch.
It was not a 28-day shoot. It was a 20-day shoot.
20-day, wow, okay.
Yeah, it was a 20-day shoot. Yeah, no.
You would have loved those extra 8 days. You're like, man, those would have been nice.
Yeah, no. Basically, all the things that you are not supposed to do in a lower budget film, especially if it's your first feature, we did. It was like, okay, we got special effects, we've got stunts,
right.
We've got combat scenes. We've got process shots, we've got dance choreography with the fight choreography and the special effects and extras,
right.
On a 20-day shoot in the middle of a ranch. So it was, what made it all possible was that we created the project specifically for the elements that we had, and we had just tremendous support in the Dallas community, and just an incredible crew of just very resourceful people, and I never had a doubt that it was all going to come through. I just didn't know exactly how it was all going to come through, but it was just a great experience, really.